approximately 2 events a week. If you're interested in those events and you're not a member, or you're interested in joining the chamber, you just have to email me at info@canada-uk.org. Steve.
There we go. I think I'm unmuted. I don't think I'm sharing my screen yet, am I? So let me just do that. Okay, we'll just get rid of that. Okay. Well, firstly, thank you, Nigel. It's great to be back. I can't believe it's so long ago. How time flies. I remember the first time I came to the chamber. Obviously, that was a physical event that we did. It was one evening. It was absolutely fantastic, and you were a great host, as you have been at every event that I've ever been involved with. So big thank you. It's great to be back and sharing what I consider some tried, tested and proven ways to grow your business, and this time with video. Just before I open my slides up, I just wanted to show everybody something. It's a stat I discovered the other day. Let me just flick over to this. It's called Live Internet Stats. So these are live stats from today. And I just wanted everybody to have a look at this one here. You know, so far today, there are 5.1 billion with a B videos viewed. And, you know, if that is not a reason why you should be, you know, on this training and taking action as a result of it, then, you know, I really don't know what is. I really am totally and utterly convinced that video is really the way forward as far as marketing's concerned, really. So, you know, that said, let's crack on and let's discuss how you can get more business in 2021 using the fantastic medium that is video. I know Nigel's thanked me, but I'd like to, you know, personally thank him and his team, not only, you know, for this event. I appreciate that, and it's great to be here, but I think it's fantastic what they're doing, you know, in these tough times where everybody's, you know, events are difficult to run. We're doing it now pretty much online, and, you know, all credit to the team there for putting on these fantastic events. I attend them myself when I can. And my promise to Nigel here and now is that when we get back to visiting, I will come up to London or wherever the event is next time and try and put in an appearance. So it'll be great to do so. So here's what we're going to implement. I already mentioned, you know, the power of video. It's such a powerful medium, and you know, it's not only you know, easy to implement video. Certainly, I believe anyway. I know some people are a little bit, oh, you know, I don't like being on video. And my advice to them is just get over it. You know, just go and do it, and you'll be fine. And if you mess it up, you can always do it again. You know, that said, it's not just about producing videos, it's about producing videos that people watch, and also, really importantly, getting them to watch it. You know, that's ultimately what happens. If you produce loads of videos and not getting people to watch the videos, then, you know, where is the value in that? I'm not quite sure. So that's really what we're going to talk about: how to produce them, what equipment to use, how to physically present on a video, and I've got some interesting thoughts, I think, around that. And then really importantly, how to market, how to get those videos out there wherever it is you are, or wherever it is your target market are, and get them to watch those videos and make inquiries and meetings and sales and so on and so forth. So So why should you use video? Well, I said there, actually, it was interesting. The other day when I checked, it was 4 billion. Today, interestingly, it's over 5 billion views. And, you know, today's not over with yet. I think we're probably going to hit 6 billion views today. That's virtually every single person, not quite, but nearly every person on the planet watching a video today. Now, we know that, you know, a significant amount of those don't even have video. Sadly, they don't even have electricity. And so in the world, a lot of people are watching many videos every day, and that's just on YouTube, let alone about the other sites. The other things for me that are really powerful is you know, it's quick, it's easy. I know it can be more in depth. You know, if you go to I don't know, a proper video production company, and you know, they'll spend a day producing like a 2 or 3 minute video, and that's a good thing. I'm not knocking that in any way. But I'd also say, you know, I can pick up my phone as I'm walking down the street and I can do a video, and within probably a minute of that video finishing, I can upload it to YouTube, and then I can press a couple of buttons on YouTube and I can share that all over my social media. And that could go out, you know, for me, that's about 80,000 people potentially could get to see that video inside 2 minutes of me doing it on the phone while I'm walking down the street. And that's the power of it, I think. I think it's just an awesome opportunity. And why it's also awesome is that, you know, if you look at how people behave, and I think this is a little bit of a sad fact in many ways. If you you know, look at how we consume things, you know, would you rather read a book or watch the TV, watch a film? You know, for most people, they would rather sit and watch the TV than they would read a book. And you know, in the olden days, you know, when I was younger, you know, we used to basically listen to the radio and watch the TV. Now, the modern day equivalent of that is listen to the podcast and watch YouTube. I probably personally, I spend, if I'm at home in the evening and I want to watch something, particularly if it's a classic, most of my time I'll spend watching YouTube. I don't even watch the TV. I'll just watch stuff on YouTube. I love stuff like, you know, Only Fools and Horses and things like that. And I can watch as much of that as I want. Every single episode is on there. And, you know, that's why one of the reasons why I'm a real big advocate of it. So videos also, and this is a really important fact, videos convert higher than the written word. Now, I've said it. Now, that's not always the case, and it's not absolutely how it is, but I strongly believe that the use of video enhances and improves the conversion rate of each and every page on my website. So I've done lots of split testing on my website. So for example, I'll produce a page marketing a particular product or service. Then I'll produce another page, which is exactly the same text, okay, but I'll add a video to it. And then what I'll do is I'll do a split test using some form of advertising. So for example, I might do Google pay-per-click advertising. I might advertise it on YouTube using paid advertising on there, or perhaps LinkedIn, or I might even do an advert on YouTube, advertising it on there. So no matter what the medium is, I'll drive traffic to it. And how I'll structure this is 50% will go to page A that doesn't have the video, and 50% to page B, which does have the video. And on each page, I've got a sign-up form for people to make an inquiry. And typically, I get about somewhere between 30 and 50% increase in sign-ups on the page with the video. Okay, 30 to 50% increase. Not always, occasionally it's lower than that, but on average, that's roughly where I am. So video converts higher than the written word. That's why I believe that is true. Okay, so onwards. Let's kick off by looking at the equipment that you need. Now, really, there's two sort of sides, two arguments for it. One is the professional side. You know, you're going to hire a professional company to do your videos for you. And I strongly recommend that at least some of your videos should be done by a professional company. We use a company called Business Connections Live. We're a great organization. If you go to my website, you'll clearly identify the videos that they've done compared with the videos that I've done as an amateur. You know, there's a gulf, you know, they look totally different. And for me, if you look at something like, say, for example, your homepage, you know, I would never go to my iPhone, pick it up, stand there as I'm walking down the street, you know, and do a video and then put it on the homepage of my website. It just wouldn't be right, I believe, anyway. Now, I would take that video and upload it to YouTube and share it on social. I would take that video and upload it to my blog post on my website and so on, because I don't think we have to exclusively produce, you know, BBC quality video. You know, if you go and look at YouTube, it's not full of that. It's full of amateur videos as well as professional videos. So my belief is we should do both. We should do both. And why wouldn't we? So we pay a company to do the professional video, and then we utilize what I call the amateur side, you know, making sure that, you know, you're doing some of it, but not really you know, spending a fortune on videos. And another important point actually that links into that very much is how many videos? How many videos should you be doing? Should you have, like, you know, a main video, professional video on your homepage and then 3 or 4 videos? Well, you can do that. But for me, I love doing videos. I think they're a great marketing tool. If you go to my YouTube account, you'll probably find, I think I've got over 500 videos. Some of them are sales videos. Most of them are information-based videos. And I'll talk to you about the difference and how to make sure that you still pitch on the video, even if it's what I call an information video. So you're adding value, you're explaining things, you're helping people. You know, that I think is a really important factor. And I will go through that as we go through the presentation. So what do you need to buy? That's a really important question. So it starts off, I suppose, with one of these. You know, it doesn't mean 11 iPhone, it just means a phone. Yeah, the quality of these is just second to none now. So, you know, the camera on there is brilliant. The microphone on there is brilliant. However, like most things, they're not as brilliant as they could be. So it might be that you go and invest in what I'd call some proper equipment, you know, something more than that, something better than that. I've not done that myself, really, certainly as far as a camera's concerned. But I know, you know, pretty much in life, the more you spend on something, the better you get. Now, I'm not decrying this. I think it's brilliant. I don't actually use this that much. Right now, I'm being recorded on, I've got an iMac, one of the big, like 27-inch iMacs. That's what I use for most of my videos. And the reason I like that is that the camera that I'm looking at now is absolutely at head height. So it just gets me, you know, nice. I got my sort of top third of my body on here, a little bit of the background. I can look at the camera, I can look away from it, and I know it's there. I'm not going to get any, you know, camera wobble or anything like that. And that for me works really well. I have invested in this. Let me just see if I can show you this. this is what's known as a Rode mic, R-O-D-E. Now, this mic cost me about, I think it was about £120, something like that. And I was told by Steve Highland from Business Connect. I keep giving you plugs here, Steve. I don't know whether you're on the program today, but from there, that, you know, he's the top guy. I went to him. I said, look, what should I buy? He said, well, spend as much money as you can. I said, yeah, but what is the at least the level I need? He said, well, spend £120 on getting a good Rode mic. That's the one you want. It'll make you sound much better. So I did that. I then, again, being an amateur, I bought one of these little things. You know, some people say it should be here as a halo, but I don't really think so. But, you know, I think that was something like 10 quid on Amazon, you know, and that's you know, a decent bit of equipment. I've also bought one of those, a little tripod with the legs that sort of pull out, and I've also got, you know, a couple of other bits. I've got one of those. I'm just looking for it now. I can't find it. I'm sure I got it out. But anyway, one of those like extendable, you know, telescopic things where you stick your phone on the end of it and you can, you know, again, do the walking along thing really, really easy. So there's so many different things that you can do. For me, if you just started out, I'd just either use your computer or use your iPhone. Probably worth a little bit of money to get the lighting right. That is really quite important. If I turn that away, can you see that? Just a little bit darker there. I don't quite look as lit up. So I've just got that really, really cheap thing. You know, if you want to go for it, get some, you know, box lights like a photographer. I think they're about £80. The other thing, the background, that's really important. You know, you can do stuff on green screen, which is the way you literally get a green piece of material or card behind you, and then you can click a button and make it all green screen. So you can do that really, really easy. And in fact, I might just even be able to demonstrate that, I think, just by putting a background there. Let's see if that works. Is it going to? There you go. Look at that. Yeah. So I'm in a different place now. So I can use a green screen really easy. And all of a sudden I'm transported there into outer space. This is what you call COVID shielding being here. You know, I'm making sure I'm well and truly shielded. So, you know, I can do that. But there we go, back to normal. It does probably, if you don't have a green screen like I don't have, you can see it looks a little bit weird. See that with my hand? So it's not brilliant. So you do need the proper green screen behind you in an ideal world. So I'm not doing that today. So we'll just carry on as we are. Okay, so let me just get rid of that. Okay, so that's really what you need to buy. So I'd suggest that for probably a couple of hundred, maybe £200 or £300, you can get yourself set up really well with this sort of equipment. So really, really important. Get the lighting right. A good place, if you can't find a good, you know, decent lighting and you don't want to spend a tenner, is outside. Outside's great. You've got to be careful for a couple of things. One, you're not squinting into the sun. Two, the background's okay. Three, you've not got a lot of background noise, i.e. cars and people and so on. And also wind, you know, you don't want noise going on a windy day. But if you get a nice place and a nice background, you know, nothing nicer than a video outside. I've done that many times, and I think it actually works really, really well. So that's it. Get the lighting sorted, get the background, use a green screen, get a good, maybe just a white background. I've purposely added 3 like marketing messages behind me. And I've come into the office today to do this because the lighting's a little bit better, my equipment's a little bit better, and my background, I think, is a little bit better too. So that's it really on the equipment. Oh, I've got a bit of a Oh, there we go. Hang on. Where are we? There we go. Right. Okay. So let me talk to you about video presentations, because if you got the equipment right, what we've got to do now is to try to make sure that you're right, and the way you do it is right. Now, I'm not here to talk to you about presentation skills. That's a different lot of training. And, you know, if you find it difficult, then go and get some presentation skills training, or even, you know, media training, you know, some video training. But the key for me, and I certainly do not consider myself to be a professional or even a brilliant presenter. I'm just an enthusiastic one, I think. And that for me is probably the most important thing when I'm listening to somebody, that they're enthusiastic. And I am, and I love doing presentations, whether it's on a webinar like this, whether it's live, whether it's on a video. I'm passionate about what I do. So I think that's important. I've got different types of video here. And the first one is what I'm doing now, really. You know, it's face to camera. I'm looking into a camera and I'm producing a video. Things that are important with that, as well as the things that I've already said, is that you look okay. You know, I came in with my old jumper on because I was working from home, and I put a shirt and tie on to make sure that I looked smart for you guys. That's what I did. I made sure that I looked smart, and that I think is quite an important thing. Although I do accept that these days that I don't know, when I first started out 25 years ago, I had a shirt and tie on every day. I don't now, and it's just the way the culture and the world has changed, I think. But that can be a really good way of doing it. You might want to script it. And there's, again, lots of software where, you know, like an auto cue, like when they're reading the news, you can go and buy the software. If you go to Google and type in auto cue software, you know, you'll get loads. Here, I've got my PowerPoint presentation, so I'm basing what I'm doing with you on that. So I'm sort of using that in a way as an auto cue. You know, it's important, I think, to have at least 3 or 4 things when you're doing a video that you're going to go through. The next one is actually a really, really I think, lovely way of doing videos, and that's an interview. And Zoom really lends itself to that. So at the moment, we're doing a share screen. If we weren't and we wanted to, I could just have Nigel and I could be there on the screen, both of us. Nigel could be interviewing me and I could be talking to Nigel, and you could see both of us being interviewed or taking part in an interview on the screen. So it's a great concept, really, really easy to do, and to set up an interview type basis. It almost enables you to like look away from the screen and have a conversation, particularly if it's done in person, you know, where Nigel sat next to me, obviously not now with the COVID situation, but hopefully when we get back to normal in a few months' time, we'll be able to do that. But right now, really easy to do on Zoom. The third one is screen capture. That's basically what we're doing now. We're recording this presentation and it's capturing the screen. You know, you'll be able to see me on the screen. You'll be able to see my presentation, and we're doing a screen capture video on Zoom. Now, there's also other software, the software that you can buy that enables you to capture that. There's lots of different, again, if you just go to Google, type in screen capture software, then you'll get that. So you can set up your own PowerPoint presentation, talk over it. That's particularly useful for people who go, oh, I don't want to be on video. I hate being on video. If that's you, you don't have to be, you know, like now, I think I'm in the top little corner of your screen there. You can actually turn that camera off and just talk doing a presentation. So again, that's it's a really useful tool for things like presenting a new product that you're about to launch or something like that. The next one then is animation. You know, it's where you get the little stick men and stick women and you've got an animated video. I'm not, I hope there's not any animation video experts on here today, because I'm going to tell you I'm not a big fan of it personally, but that's just a personal thing. I'm not saying don't do it. What I would say is, if you're going to do it, if you're going to have a, you know, like a cartoon type video, animated video, that, and you know, it's perhaps got some music to it, like a lot of these animated videos have, my strong advice to you would be include words. Have some words on there. Don't just let somebody watch this stick figure changing and pulling up different things and words coming up, you know, written words on the screen, and some music over that, and add some words to it. That would be my advice with that. Lastly there, make sure your videos fit your brand. That's really important. You know, do your videos fit your brand? You know, if you look at this is part of my brand, this PowerPoint presentation here. When you look back here, if you looked at my website, you'd see what you can see in the background would link to my website. My website's pretty much black and white. You know, that's why I'm in a white shirt with a black tie. Okay, there's a bit of gold in it, but if you go to, I don't know whether you can see that. Yeah, you can there. Yeah. So there's a layer of gold in there. If you go to my website, it's mainly black and white with a little bit of gold in it. Yeah. So I'm trying my best in a little bit of an amateur way, I'd say, of making sure that my videos fit in with my brand. I've not got a blue shirt on right now, so you get that as an idea. Okay, so let's look at how you're going to market your videos. Okay, so we've said, right, okay, we're going to produce videos, but what are you going to do with them? You know, if we're going to produce them, how many are you going to produce, by the way? That's a really important factor. You know, how many videos are you going to produce? Let me just take us one little step back, actually. Let me just show you this. I'm just going to come out of here for a minute. And I just want to show you a couple of things, because a lot of people get, I don't know, a little bit involved in how difficult it is. And people think, you know, it's hard to do. Let me show you one of the easiest ways of doing a video. We just go in here. And this is my channel, by the way, and you can see if I click on here, there are loads and loads, and there's loads more than that. They're just buffering. So there's loads, there's hundreds of videos here. And if you looked here at, let me just go back. Sorry, let me just go back here.
What we do is we help businesses to succeed. We help them by doing three things. We train them in.
So that's an example of a video that I did with Business Connections Live. That's a professionally produced video that automatically opens up onto my channel. I've taken my banner that I use on LinkedIn and added it to YouTube. I've then taken some words which I've adapted off my website and added that to YouTube as well. So you get the idea of the things that I'm trying to do. So making sure that my videos and my YouTube videos are looking as good as possible. Now, I want to be absolutely frank with you. You know, I got, 1.12 subscribers. So, you know, I'm not like, you know, into the millions of subscribers. I'm not yet, you know, up here in terms of, I'm producing, you know, a massive amount of income as a result of my video marketing, but I am winning business. I'm winning business as a result of it. And I just wanted to, just for a second, just show you, you know, how easy it is, right? So I can do one or two things. If I've produced a video, I can just go and upload that video here, or here, I can just go live. I can do it live on YouTube. Just press that. That opens up Studio. And in a few moments, when I've just put a title in and press next and then press start, I'm off and running. My video is running and it's live on YouTube. That is how incredibly easy and simple doing videos are. And I can do it live if I want, or I can do it in a different way. Another way is this website here. And literally the same thing applies. If I want to do a video, you can see here, sadly, I'm a fan of Sheffield Wednesday, and you don't want to know how depressing that is. Anyway, live video here, just look at that. I press that, I click here, and all of a sudden, it starts to open up the process that I use. It's a little bit slow because we're on Zoom, sorry, but all I've got to do is press that. That will then link to the camera, press go, and off I go, and I'm recording this live on Facebook. And what tends to happen, because it's live, all of a sudden loads of people start joining it. I did one the other day, and inside 5 minutes of starting it, I got like over 100 people listening to me as I was talking live. I don't have to do it live. I can do it, you know, in a different way, but it's a great opportunity. Let me just go back over here because I just want to show you some stuff as well as looking at my slides. If I go on to a video, okay, here's a good example. This is the video that I did to promote coming on this event. So as part of my marketing and my effort to get people to this event, I did a video. Why wouldn't I? So if you take this video and said, right, okay, it's a 3-minute video. In it, Steve's talking about coming along to this video training for the Canada UK Chamber of Commerce event, this one now. So I take that. What am I going to do with it? Well, you can see here, it's had 30 views, which is not brilliant, is it? But it's not bad. But that's 30 people have watched this on YouTube. Now, in addition to that, if I go here, see that, sorry, I was a bit quick there. Let me show you that again. Share, see that share button there? So I go into that and I press that button there. And hey presto, that connects me with LinkedIn. And all I have to do now is press the share in a post and then press post. I'll probably say something here, yeah, write something in there and then post, and that goes out to nearly 9,000 people on LinkedIn. If I don't want to do that, I won't do that now for obvious reasons. I don't want to be promoting the event and it's already running. But I can also, as you can see, I can promote it on blogger.com, which is a blog owned by Google. And by the way, if you're not on blogger.com, I strongly recommend you get yourself signed up to that, and you can upload your videos there. I can go on to Facebook and do exactly the same, or Twitter, or I can send a link out via my email. If you, let me just show you this. If I go over here, you know, this is the blog post that I did promoting the event. So I've got a blog on my website. So if you go to my blog here, then you click on how to use video to create sales. So I took this video and I went into here and produced, I took that video from YouTube and I embedded it. So you can see it there, there it is. I embedded it on my website. So what I'm saying to you is that, yes, 30 people watched it on YouTube, but a load more people watched it on my website, watched it through my email, excuse me, watched it on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and so on and so forth. So there's a great opportunity there. Now you may be thinking, well, how do you get a video from YouTube onto your website? Well, do you know what? It really couldn't be easier. If you can copy and paste, you can do this. I'm going to show you how to do it. Right. So what we do is we go the same button, share. Yeah. But instead of sharing it on LinkedIn, all we have to do is click that button there. See, embed. So we go in there and we click on that and we copy, and then we go to our website and we just simply paste it. Now, this is assuming you've got a CMS system on your website, Content Managed Service, that stands for. So if you're on something like WordPress or something like that, it means you can go into the back end of the website. You can't change the design because you're not a designer, but you can change the words, you can upload a picture, and you can upload a video. And that's basically what I did. So all I do there is click in edit here, just go to the post, copy and paste it, save it, job's done, and out it goes. So it is as easy as that. It couldn't be easier. And yet I see so many people when I talk, if I was if we did a vote now, hands up if you're using video, most of the people on the call today, I'd suggest aren't. Now, it might be that some of you are, and that's slightly higher because you're interested in learning more, and therefore you see it as something positive. But if I was in a room with 1,000 people who are business owners, and I said, hands up who's using video, I'd say it's going to be less than 10%. 10% of people. Now that for me is a massive opportunity for whom? For you, because you can get ahead of your competition right now because they're not doing this sort of stuff. And if they did, they'd be in a really great position. Another really big use that I use video for a lot is testimonials. Video testimonials. We've all seen testimonials on websites. Steve Mills said it was a great seminar and blah, blah, blah. And you think, oh yeah, he's written that, it's not even believable, It's not always the case, but, some people are a little bit skeptical, shall we say, of the true value or the truth behind testimonials. But if it's a video testimonial, it's much more likely to be true. And if it's a video testimonial that actually says something positive, like, for example, one of my testimonials, in fact, a lot of my testimonials, but one of them says something like, I worked with Steve. He told me that, inside a year, I'd be able to double my business. I laughed at him at the time, but I've got to say we did it in 9 months. Now, that is a really good testimonial for me, and I share that everywhere. Now, that testimonial actually is it's definitely 2 years old, and I'm still using it today in my social media. It's still on my website. I still embed it in various places. Why wouldn't I? The fact that it's 2 years ago, it doesn't matter. So I want to keep promoting the videos. That's the great thing about videos, particularly with social media, is they never end. I've got these 400 videos, and a video that I did, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago is still as valuable today as it was back then. So I might, for example, do a video called how to get more traffic to your website. Okay, so if I do a video like that, is that as relevant today as it was back then? okay, you could argue things have changed a little bit and there's some new ways that might be not on that video. But if I said, right, how to network effectively, you know, when you're physically going to networking events, I don't think anything's changed then. And I think that's, you know, definitely a great opportunity. So we've covered face for camera. Right. Okay. Let's just talk about the different things there. So YouTube, I've just shown you. So there's several things you can do on YouTube. Certainly upload your video to YouTube. I would strongly recommend you upload all your videos to YouTube and to Vimeo. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want it on both of those? You might need to change it a little bit in terms of words and stuff, but you know, you definitely want it on that. I'm a big fan of YouTube. Other people are big fans of Vimeo, but you know, they're a great resource. Once you've got it up there, you've got to realize that unless you're like a celebrity and, you know, somebody, you know, Will Smith's just produced a new video and inside 48 hours, you know, 30,000 people have watched it. And then 6 weeks later, it's up at 3 million or something, unless you're one of those types of people, and you got to work at the marketing of it. So what do? I will push it out through email. Some of you may have received, some people watching today have come from my list there. Some of them are from the chamber, some of them are guests of me. And if you've come as a guest of me, then you'll know that I've been sending out videos. I've been sharing links to my blog post. I've been embedding videos into LinkedIn. And again, just to show you how incredibly easy it is. I mean, you can even just go, right, click that, okay, go there, copy, go onto LinkedIn or Facebook, but I'll just do LinkedIn, go on to LinkedIn here and into my profile. Sorry for the slight delay. But as I said, it's because we're on the webinar, but that takes a few moments there. So there's my profile. By the way, if you want to connect to me on LinkedIn, just ask, and very happy to do so. Just go on for you. It's probably easier to find me under Steve Mills Marketing, because Steve Mills is like, you wouldn't believe how many Steve Millses there are. It's like being called John Smith or something. There's loads of them. So all I've done is just gone on here, gone into edit, press paste, and all of a sudden my video, okay, it's taken a few moments to buffer, as I said, because we're on a webinar now, but normally that would be done. And then I just post it and out it goes. Again, I won't save it because I'd be promoting an event that's already started, and that might be silly. So you can see here, just by way of an example here, I posted this, I think about 3:30, you know, saying, look, you know, if you want to come, then, you know, here's a link to it. Oh, an hour ago that went out. So again, you know, it's a great opportunity. I know that's not video, but if you look down here, look, we've got JP Morgan. You know, do you think these guys know what they're talking about? They've got 2.6 million followers here. They're using video on LinkedIn. If you look at LinkedIn generally, there's lots of videos, and I'm showing you now. I'm not seeing any of it. Oh, there's a video. Look, there's a video. But often, you know, at least 4 or 5. I'm going to say 40% of these posts are video. I think there's only 2 or 3, but you know, still a great opportunity. So I think now you know, don't you? You know, YouTube. You've got here. You've got here. You got Facebook. You got Twitter, and you've got all these things. Pinterest, Tumblr, Reddit, you know, you name it, and you can get yourself out there. Now, one thing you don't know that I haven't told you yet is you got other people. You know, let me ask you a question. Do you think more people would like to listen to Steve Mills or Will Smith? What would you naturally think? Now, I know you're thinking Steve Mills here, but just in case it's Will Smith, yeah? So what I can do here is I can go onto YouTube, I can type in Will Smith, okay, and I can find one of his videos, because he's got some really cool videos where he's interviewed Okay, Will Smith's life advice will change you, right? So this I think I've watched before. I'm pretty sure I have. Let's just get rid of the advert here. Okay, so we've got a very young Will Smith. I take that video, I go in here, I copy it, I go back into anywhere, I go into Facebook here, and am I going into Facebook? No, let's just go back into LinkedIn again, and copy that, and again I can just copy that Will Smith video into Facebook. Now, a couple of lawyer friends of mine have said, you know, is that okay to do? Well, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not giving you professional advice, but my understanding is because Will's put that out on YouTube, he's going to be pretty happy for me to share it, for me to show loads of people that video. What am I doing? I'm promoting Will Smith. But at the same time, and this is important, I'm promoting myself because I'm getting my name up here and who I am promoted. So I'd normally, again, I'd write something here, but if I don't want to, I can just share that. And there you go. You see that? So I'm using video, albeit a Will Smith video, to promote myself by getting that out to nearly 9,000 contacts of mine. And if I did Facebook and Twitter, that would be up around 70,000 contacts. So there's so many opportunities here. I really hope you're getting my enthusiasm, you're getting the opportunity. So you know how to use YouTube. That is basically it. The only thing you don't know is about the advertising side of YouTube. Let me just, I'm going to go, sorry, I keep flicking back from one to the other, but I want to make sure you know and understand things. So let's say, instead of looking for Will Smith, I was looking for, I was looking for financial advice. So I want a video on YouTube that will give me some financial advice or tax advice or marketing advice, advice about how to use LinkedIn, advice about how to use YouTube. So we got a guy here, some of you may know of, called Tony Robbins. Best piece of financial advice. So let's assume that this is a good video. Okay, so Tony, as I'm just looking here, has he? No, he's actually there anyway. But these guys here have advertised on YouTube under the words financial advice, right? That is a paid advert. People are paying to be here. Now, if I go money for saving, looking for money saving tips, yeah, that'd be good. Save some money, click on that. That will cost that company like, I don't know, 50p, 30p, because it's pay per click advertising. Okay, so that's one thing. Now, if I click on Tony's advert, you see this here, it's not Tony, is it? It's somebody sticking an advert on the front of Tony's video. Okay, so this is the other way of advertising. Sorry, I'll just turn this lady off. So this is the other way of advertising on YouTube. So you can find somebody like Tony Robbins, who's got like millions and millions of users. He's produced a video on finance, and this lady here, or this lady's company, has stuck a video on the front of Tony's video. And again, this is on a pay per click basis. Okay, it's actually a pay-per-view basis. Now, at the moment, I've watched 14 seconds of that. Can you see that down there? If I watch 30 seconds of it, then YouTube will charge this lady something like 40p. So she pays for a view that is over 30 seconds. If I go I don't want to listen to that. You know, the thing here where it says, you know, in 5 seconds you can skip the ad. If I go, I don't want to listen to that, I want to listen to Tony. It doesn't cost her anything. So she's getting a whole load of awareness. She's getting her face potentially in front of, you know, look there, look at the numbers here. 80,000 people have clicked on that video. All right, it's a few years old now, but have clicked on that video, and every time they do, they're going to see that lady, and a small percentage, 1% or less, will watch it for more than 30 seconds, and then she'll be charged a little bit, and she'll convert an amount of those into business. I hope that makes sense. So they're two really I think really cool ways of winning business. We're currently testing some new advertising on YouTube, where I produce a video, I upload it, and what I'm doing is I'm targeting various really top marketing people. And so when somebody goes and finds somebody like Gary Vaynerchuk, who's like got millions of followers and turns over millions and millions of pounds, instead of getting Gary, they get Steve. Hey, that's good. Even if it's only for a few seconds, they get me, and I've got a chance then to get them to watch more than 30 seconds, and then you know, market myself to them, offering them I don't know, perhaps a free video program, or perhaps a webinar, or, you know, download a particular report, or something like that, you know. So great opportunities on this site. Nigel, you got a question?
Yeah, so I was just going to, there is a question in the Q&A, great. So I just thought I'd bring it to your attention. So somebody's asked, what duration should the videos recording be? Have you got any thoughts on that? And then also, separately, what would we expect as an outcome by way of conversions?
Okay. Well, there's a lot of thoughts and a lot of comments, and I think there's a lot of urban myth. And it's around, a video should not be longer than 2 minutes long. You know, do you know what? I've watched videos for hours, you know, and my belief, I'll tell you what I think there's no such thing as too long. There's only too boring. Now, it's not quite the case with a sales video. I wouldn't never produce a 2-hour long sales presentation. I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think it's great to do short videos for sales, but I do something with all my videos called I wrap the sale in content. I'll explain that in a couple of minutes, but my advice would be, typically most of my videos are probably 5 to 15 minutes long, because I want to add some value. You know, when I do a video called, you know, how to get more traffic to your website, I don't want it to be like a 30-second video, because I can't really add much value in that. Because why am I doing the video? I'm doing the video to demonstrate my expertise. I want people to think, oh wow, Steve, you know, really knows his stuff. And I can't do that in 30 seconds. I can't even probably do it in a couple of minutes. So unless it's just like a real quick, you know, one-off tip, my videos are going to last 5 minutes, perhaps 10, perhaps 15. And for some people, they'll say, well, you know, that's far too long. But I get good views, I get good conversion, I get a lot of people watching all my video. You know, I think as long as you're enthusiastic, you've got a few minutes to get people to know you, like you, trust you. That's ultimately it. It says that on one of those things back there. Get people to know you, like you, trust you. I think that's really important. Now,
okay, we're starting to get quite a lot of questions, so I'll just ask a couple of others.
All right, go on.
Just an easy one, a quick one. What about subtitles?
Subtitles on the videos, yeah, great, but you know, it depends if you want to go take the time. You know, for me, this is what I do. People say to me, how long does it take you to do a 10-minute video? And I say, well, roughly 10 minutes. and I say that slightly tongue in cheek because I maybe prepare for a few minutes before, but I do raw, uncut footage. I just get on there and I talk. I've been around for 25 years. And if I don't know my stuff by now, then I don't think I ever will. Although I do keep constantly learning and keeping up to date. So I'd say, Nigel, yeah, just adding words along the bottom, having a link to my website, stuff like that. I'm all for that. There's various editing software. We use Camtasia, Camtaisa, I think it is. Camtasia to do that editing. It's really, really easy to use. There's lots of other video editing software around. I'm sure if you go to YouTube and type in which is the best video editing software, there'll be thousands of people with videos telling you which software to use. And then if you say, how do you use Camtasia to add words into your video, then there'll be somebody there to show you that as well. So I hope that that answers things.
Okay, another one from Konstantinos is regarding a service or a product that is very technical. What's the best medium or format? Okay. And it says, for example, most explainer videos are use animation. Yeah.
I think if it's very technical, it's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult to demonstrate technical. If it's something you can show, then I'd show. So if, for example, I'd produced, some real state-of-the-art financial software, I'd do screen capture and I'd show them my software. I'd show them how great it is. I wouldn't tell them how great it is. I wouldn't do a face to camera. I'd show them how great it is by doing just that. So I think if it's possible, if you're doing a product demo, if it's something you can show people, then I'd show. If it's something like me and you're a consultant, advisor, a trainer, then I'd still show, but I'd demonstrate. I'd show by words, but I'd show by actions. I hope that makes sense.
Very much. And as I come back in, Sheila's just asked if this session will be sent out to the attendees. Yes, of course, we're going to send out the link, the Zoom recording to everybody. Have you got any advice? If you know the chamber pretty well, we haven't really used that many videos, so we would go presumably for a nice polished presentation video at the beginning, and then when we get into all the other business services and so on, I mean, these would all be, you think, 5 to 15 minutes or something perhaps slightly shorter.
If it's promoting a service, keep it short.
Yeah.
Keep it short. If it's saying, if I was promoting my LinkedIn training or something like that, I'd say, hi, Steve here, Steve Mills, here today. I want to talk to you about this training course that I'm running. Here's 4 things about it. If you'd like to attend, it'd be great to have you there. And if you do, at the end of it, you're going to learn how to do this, and that. If you want to book, fill out your details below.
And I know with a number of the sessions that you've done on different, with a different focus over the years, you're very big on a call to action. You're very big on the idea of giving things away for free because they're sampling how good you are. And, I know you've been very successful at that. And in fact, our very first webinar back in the day when we were in Grosvenor Square was actually you doing talking about leads, business leads. That was that whole booklet that I saw. I don't know how I ended up on your mailing list, but it was really interesting. And then we built a whole event around that. And you basically gave away these 10 great ideas to develop business leads, but it brought you to the attention of a lot of people and you picked up quite a lot of work out of that.
That's the one, yeah.
That's it.
It's weird. I was looking at that just earlier, so I knew I'd got that there. Yeah, I do. I it's very difficult, I think, to know when you're in the helping industry. whether you're an accountant, marketing person, or HR advisor. How do you know whether, you know, the person that you're hiring is really good at what they do? It's very difficult. So what I like to do is to demonstrate I can help people by actually helping people. You know, that's ultimately why I'm here today. You know, I want to try and help. I'm trying to give as much information as I can, help people as much as I can without, you know, sitting here doing a sales pitch. You know, I'm hoping that perhaps one or two people might be interested in my help going forward. But that'll be up to them based on what they think to the presentation. So,
and you've still got a few bullet points here to be covered. Email marketing, I think, do one get 2 free personal videos. So I'll let you do those, and I shall disappear.
Okay. Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah. Now, I was just going to talk, so just going back to Nigel's first question there. This is basically my system for producing videos that really, really convert well. Okay, so again, you might want to write this down. So the first thing I'm going to do on the video, when I'm producing a video, is position me as an expert. Okay, so that's step one, position yourself as an expert. Number two, you're going to tell people what the video is about, and that video is going to help people. Okay. Number three, you're then going to pitch them. You're going to try and sell them something. Number four, you're then going to go back to what the video is about. And then number five, you're going to pitch them again. So a 5-step process. Let me explain how this looks. So if I was doing a video, I'd say, hi, Steve Mills here. I've spent 25 years in marketing. In that time, I've written 4 books on marketing, and I've helped thousands of businesses in hundreds of industries to double the size of their business. Now, today, I want to talk to you. So I'm on section 2 here. So, excuse me. So today, I want to talk to you about how to get more traffic to your website. And I've got 3 of my best tips in how to do so. Now, before I do that, let me just tell you about a new product that I'm launching. It's all about how to get website traffic. And if you want to find out more, then please get in touch with me after the video. So where was I? Yeah, right. These are my 3 ways. These are my 3 biggest tips to get traffic to your website. So I then just go through tip 1 is this, tip 2 is that, tip 3 is that. So I hope you enjoyed my 3 tips. Now, if you'd like to find out more about my my new program, then simply go to steve-mills.com where there are details about the program. So thank you very much for listening. And that's my structure. Didn't do it that well there. There's a bit of a cough in the middle of it. So do you know what? I just close the video and do it again. It doesn't matter. Even sometimes I'll leave the cough in there, you know, because I'm human, you know. I was doing a video the other day and it was about a 20-minute video. I got 15 minutes in and I went, you know, I'm really sorry, but I'm just going to have to get a drink of water. And, you know, so I had a quick drink and then carried on, went back to what I was saying. And I don't think there's anything wrong in that. Now, you might do, you think, well, that's terribly unprofessional, but it's human. And I'm human, and so that's the way I do it. So let me go back to the script anyway. So yeah, so your website, you know how to embed videos onto your website. Really, really powerful. Once you've done that, you're then going to take this thing called social media, you know, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and whatever else you're on, and drive traffic to your website. We get over 1,000 people per month visiting our website, most of which is to watch videos just from LinkedIn alone. It's really, really powerful. I then take an email And I can do one or two things with email. I can embed the video into the email in exactly the same way as I showed you by taking that code from LinkedIn. And don't get worried about, oh, I don't know how to do code. You don't need, if you can copy and paste, you can do it. So I take the code, copy the code, put it into the email, and it comes up like a picture. And then I send that email out to people. Or often what I do is I just create a link going back to my website. So let's say, I'll give you an example of how I'd use it. So I set up a web page. The web page is called how to do pay-per-click advertising on Google more effectively. So once I've written the words, I then produce a video giving people tips, giving some advice. I then produce a load of social media driving traffic to that page. I then produce an email with some good words on it, good headline and so on, with a link to that page. Now, why have I produced the link to that page rather than embedded the video or actually in the email? Is that once somebody clicks on that little link, that hyperlink in there, two things happen. One, they go to my website, really, really important, because people being people, they turn up to watch the video, perhaps they watch it, perhaps they go and have a look at something else that I do, and hopefully, because they've been to my website, they're sufficiently impressed with me and what I do that they want some help, and they pick up the phone or they fill out a form on my website and ask for help. Now, the second reason, and this is really important, is that with the technology that's around today, most email marketing systems will give me a list of the people who've clicked on that link and been to my website. So if I send it out to all my email list, which is like 20,000 people I've got on email, and I tell them about this new product that I've got called paid pay-per-click advertising, how to do it more effectively. They go to the web, they get the email, they then click on that link and go there. And let's say only 500 out of the 20,000 actually click on the link. You know, typically on email, you'll get like a, I don't know, 15, 20% open rate, you know, so I've got 4,000 people who've opened it and looked at it. And then out of those, you know, one in four actually click. So I've got about 500 people clicked. I can then, because I know who they are, pick up the phone and go, oh, hi, Steve Mills here. I sent you an email earlier about pay-per-click advertising. With the technology we've got, I know you click through to the website to have a look. Is that something you're interested in? Can you see how powerful that is? And that's because of the use of email and video. And because why did they click through? They wanted to have a look at the video. That was what I told them. I said, if you want to find out more, watch this video. And it had a link. And they went to my website and they watched the video. And then 5 minutes later, they're talking to me. So I'm talking to people who are already interested. Do you get how powerful this is? Next one. Blog. You know, same thing applies really, nothing different to tell you. It's just a different place to put the video. One thing I would say as well about video, which I've not mentioned yet, who owns YouTube? You know, I'm sure you know it's Google. Yeah, Google owns YouTube. YouTube is actually the second biggest search engine in the world. I wouldn't be surprised if that news is out of date and it's actually even bigger than Google. I don't know that, but I think it will be one day, but we'll have to see. You know, there's a great value in adding YouTube videos to your website, because one thing I will tell you about search engines and how they work is that Google loves people or businesses that love Google. So for me, I use Gmail, I use everything Google, I use YouTube, I'm on blogger.com, I'm using Google for Business, I'm using Google Local, as a CRM tool and a social media tool as well. So I'm using lots of things Google, including YouTube, in order to get my business rated higher. So adding videos to your website will help to push your website ranking up. So that's another benefit. Nigel, you got another question?
Yeah, so just seems to be timely. We have a question come in asking, how do you increase your email list? What's the best strategy?
How do you increase your email list? Okay, so on your videos, okay, you go on a video, you go, thanks ever so much for watching the video. By the way, I've got an email list and it's full of great tips and ideas and ways in which you can grow your business. If you want to sign up, then go to steve-mills.com and you can sign up and get loads and loads of tips and info. And by the way, I've also got a podcast. So as well as watching me on video, being part of my email system, you can also listen to me on audio while you're walking along, walking the dog. So if you want to do that, again, go to my website, steve-mills.com. Yeah. So you know, on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, you know, on when I connect to somebody on LinkedIn, the first thing I do is I phone them up. Hi, Steve here. We have a conversation. I said, look, you know, would you like to be on my email list? And they go, most of them go, yeah, great. And I put them on my email list. So it's really important to get that sort of opt-in, obviously with you know, legislation and so on. And so on. So that's really good. The next thing there says, do one and get two free. What I mean by that is now how I do my videos is I do it and I get two as a result of it. So what I mean by that is if I was doing a video now, I'd take the video at the same time I'd do the podcast. And at the same time, I'd have it live on YouTube. So I'd have a video that I can use all over the internet, which is saved on my computer. I can then upload it. I'd also have that same video, because I'm doing it once and getting advantage of it twice. I'm taking the same video and it's on YouTube. And then also I'm recording it using my podcast as an audio file. Okay, as an audio file. So I then take that, I press a couple of buttons, and that goes out on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and so on and so forth. So hence I'm pretty much everywhere, or I certainly try to be. So that's a great way of, you know, doing personal videos, doing it once and benefiting from it on multiple times. I call it maximization. Why would you want to do a video and just leave it on YouTube and not ever share it with anybody? Why wouldn't you, you know, Nigel and I'll take this video, I know I will, I'll take this video and I'll send it to loads of people. This, you know, is being recorded. You know, we'll have it up on YouTube, we'll have it on my website, I'll have it everywhere. Why wouldn't I do that? You know, I'm telling you that because I strongly recommend you should as well. Not necessarily this video, but your videos, you should definitely do that. So I spoke at the beginning about outsourcing it. You know, do you get somebody in to do it? Is it a good idea? My comment right at the beginning is, yes, it is. I think you need at least one, if not several, professional videos. If I had the money, I'd have a professional studio and I'd employ a full-time video person whose job it is to produce videos and market them for my company. That's what his full-time job would be. So it really depends on how big a you know, business you've got, whether you do it outsourced or in-house. But I definitely think if you can afford it, then go and get at least a video done you know, professionally. Again, you know, I hope you don't mind me doing this, but I know Business Connections Live, the guy that we use, a great guy called Steve Hyland, is doing some things where he's basically trying to get like I mean, obviously not at the moment, but once we get back to normal, he was telling me that he's going to produce, he's going to set up a day where he has 4 or 5 people come in, roughly for about an hour, and they're going to do a professional video in his studio. He's got like, I don't know, a real proper setup, you know, 5 cameras and, you know, really professionally done. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to be one of them. So if you do that, you may be doing it on the same day as me. So I'm definitely doing that for my new website. So it is worth doing, assuming you've got a budget for it. So definitely. I've already spoken about this one a little bit. Get and use testimonials. You know, how do you get a video testimonial? You just ask. You know, there's a fantastic website called Video Ask. Go and have a look at that. Just go onto Google and type in Video Ask. What happens is I go on there and I produce a video, and the video goes something like, "Hi, Steve Mills here. I wanted to ask you if you do me a really big favor and do me a video testimonial. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much in anticipation." I then send that video to, for example, all the people that are on my seminars or my clients, or, you know, people who I think would do a video testimonial. That arrives in their inbox. They click on it, they go to Video Ask, and they watch my video of me asking them to do a video, if that makes sense. Then underneath, there are 3 buttons. The first button says, do a video testimonial. The second button says, do an audio testimonial. And the third button says, write a written testimonial. So they get a choice if they don't want to, I don't want to do video, but I'll do an audio, or I'll just write Steve a testimonial. So it's really cool, and it's free. I think you get like a limited number. I think like you can ask, I'm going to say 30 people a month to give you a video testimonial. And again, when you do that, you need to think about what you want them to say. You know, what I want them to say is something like, you know, been working with Steve for 6 months, and in that time, we've made over £250,000 worth of additional unforeseen income. That's like my best one, not Steve's a nice guy and he knows his stuff. Okay, so the more specific somebody does a video testimonial, the better. Then consider who do you want? You know, I'd love a written, sorry, not a written, I'd love a video testimonial from Richard Branson. Can you imagine how powerful that would be? Highly respected guy, lot of credibility. Be great if he did a video testimonial for me. The fact that he doesn't know me might prevent him from doing that right now, but you never know in the future, do you? If you can't get the video one, do a written one. I've got a document here. See this? Let me just show you this. It's called Don't Take Our Word for It. And if I open it up, you'll see there, it's just page after page after page of written testimonials. Okay, page after page. Now, if I sent you the electronic version of it, it would have lots and lots of written testimonials, but it would also have links to, I think there's something like 30 odd video testimonials. So you get the idea. You get, I hope you are anyway, getting to understand the real power of this. So written or spoken is fine. Video, I would say, is definitely best. I also, you know, if I'm speaking to somebody And let's say at the end of this, Nigel says to me, just want to say, Steve, I hope he does. I just want to say, Steve, really good training, really enjoyed it. I'm sure everybody got a load of value out of it. I say, well, thanks, Nigel, I'm over the moon. Would you do me a really big favor? Would you do me a video testimonial? Now, if Nigel and I were in the same room and he said, yeah, I just instantly point my camera at him here and off he goes. Now, what I could do is send him a link to Video Ask in order to get him to do that online. You with me? Nigel,
would you give me a few words to say or remind me of why I might want to give you that testimonial?
I'll send you the check will be in the post.
Yeah, exactly. Just another question here, just generally, how much, how do you get so much content? Because I think you mentioned that you had about 500 videos. Now, I know because you've asked me what topics each year we could do a session on. We haven't done this one before on YouTube, but you've brought this up loads over the years, but we've done a lot on LinkedIn, haven't we? Using LinkedIn. And I know that you're a real expert on that too. So, is it just, you got 500 because you've been doing it so long? Is it the same, pretty similar content being sort of, just going round and round?
No, I just, often, to be honest, it's listening to other people. I've spent my life, or certainly the last 25 years of it, going and listening to the world's leading experts, and then basically picking out the best of that and teaching businesses about it. That's essentially where a lot of it comes from. Or it's just learning stuff, I call it going on and playing, so I learned how to do all that stuff that I showed you on YouTube. Never did any training. I just went on there and I thought, I wonder what this does. Oh, it does that. Oh, that's cool. And that's how I do it. And then I think, right, I'll share that with a load of other people. So I would say, if anybody there thinking, well, how can I do this? Just do it, is really powerful. And, you'd be amazed, if you've been in business for quite some time, then, I'm sure you can, you'd be amazed how much stuff you know. Failing that, I do things like, the simplest way to put something together would be to do something like 5 ways to, 3 reasons, 3 biggest mistakes that people make in. So if I did landscape gardening and I know nothing about landscape gardening, I'd do a video called The 3 Biggest Mistakes That People Make with Landscape Gardening. 5 keys to growing roses and making sure you're doing so in the right location. The 3 things that you need to do to your soil to grow petunias. Yeah, and I'm totally and utterly making this up now. Yeah, but you with me? It's nice and easy. I said 3 keys for to drive traffic to your website. That type of video I think is really, really easy. Just looking at time now, so I'm going to think about sort of wrapping it up. Let me just go through a couple more slides, make sure I've not missed anything. Spoken about embedding, spoken about other people's videos. I spoke about traffic and getting people there. I've also spoken about the difference between sales videos, nice and short, information videos, and then wrapping sales videos in information. So credibility for yourself, then tell them what the video is about, do your pitch, tell them more about what it is you're talking about, and then do your pitch again at the end. So wrapping your pitch in content. Keyword generated advertising, we've spoken about that. I showed you that on LinkedIn. Let me just tell you about this, because this is quite a good one. So if I was doing a video, I might use that sequence. Why? Today, I want to talk to you about how to get more traffic to your website. Why is this important? who you're going to get. So I might talk about the target market, what you're going to do that, where you're going to get that traffic to your website, and how do you do it. So it's like a script really that I follow. I don't always do the why, who, what, where, and how. I might do two of those. I'm a big believer in one of the things I think when, often when people are doing things like that, they leave out the how. They don't actually show you. I hope today I've done some, within the time I've got, some showing. Another script for your video. I love this one. We help people who fill in the blank. Some are like this, fill in the blank. Others are like that, fill in the blank. And a few are like something else. So if I was doing a sales video, I might say, we help businesses who are looking to grow. Some of them simply don't have time to do their own marketing. Others don't get modern digital marketing methods. And a few find that they rely on referral and therefore miss out on loads and loads of leads that they could be generating. Does that ring any bells? If it does, perhaps we should have a conversation. Go to steve-mills.com to book a meeting. How easy is that, guys? How easy is that? It's a great script, by the way, for networking as well. You stand up there and you go, hi, my name's Steve Mills. Well, I help people who are like this, some are like that, others are like something else, and a few are like the third thing. It's that I think is, I hope, worth every minute of you being here. It's so incredibly powerful. And I learned that from somebody else, a guy called Marcus Cauchi, who's a Sandler trainer, top guy, and he taught me that. So that's it. So just to summarize, if we can help you, it'd be great to do so. I often say to people that, if you looked at your marketing, often it's not that you're doing the wrong marketing. It's not. If you're on LinkedIn, that's the right thing to do. If you're on YouTube, that's the right thing to do. It's far more often that you're doing the right marketing, but in the wrong way. It's just not working, or at least not working to the level it really could. If you would like to, I'd be very happy and honored to offer you a free one-to-one meeting with you. And I want to, again, be really clear. That's not for me to do a sales pitch. It's for us to talk about your business, your marketing, and where you want to go, right? I'll then try and give you some actual tips, advice, some information that will be really, really valuable. Then at the end, if you want me to talk to you about how I can help you going forward, then I'm very happy to. And just to clarify, we do three things. We train people in what to do. So I can do an in-house training, albeit on Zoom at the moment, but I can do some training for you. You could join one of my programs, my coaching programs. So we work together every week. And we help you to grow your business. My goal, unless you're turning over like 50 million, my goal is to help you to double the size of your business. And I'm talking like maybe go from 500,000 to 1 million, or 1 million to 2 million, something like that, or perhaps from 30 grand to 100 grand. Let's get to double figures as quick as we can. So that's the goal. And then the third thing we do, I actually employ a small team of people who offer what we call a done for you service. So we can do it for you. And then the last thing, if I just come out of here, I wanted to offer you is this. So here I've got it's really new. You're the first people to see it. So what it basically is 4 free books. You can stick your name in here and you get a book which is all about doing webinars, another one about pay-per-click, another one about headlines that sell. Really, really important. The last one you may or may not have heard of yet, called geofencing. And that's a new thing that, released actually last year by Google, but they seriously got their timing wrong. They released it just as lockdown arrived, and so not many people know about it yet. I will do at some point a video on YouTube, a book on YouTube, but I've not done that yet. So watch this space. But if you want to download that, go to my website. You can actually find it. Here's my website, and you can find it on the About Steve page. So if you go into that page there, it's towards the bottom there. There you go. Get the 4 books. Okay. That's about it. Thank you ever so much. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've valued it. But more than that, I hope you go and get those videos done, get them marketed, and get winning business. And let me know if you do. I really hope and I wish you every success, and stay safe, and look forward to speaking to you again, hopefully at the next Canada UK Chamber of Commerce meeting. Thank you. Or the next one I'm at. Thank you,
Steve. As usual, terrific session. I mean, you pack a lot in. You always do. We did this. We weren't sure how long to make this this particular webinar. An hour and a half, just bang on, I think. And,
well, you know me, Nigel. I could talk. I could keep going all day.
we do this, and we will be, obviously, in the future. Fingers crossed, we'll be dovetailing. Having some face-to-face back, and normally we do this in a variety of members premises, don't we?
Yes,
and we do it as a sort of half day. We often do them as a half day, an hour and a half break, an hour and a half. Fantastic events. There is so much to digest, so much takeaway. It's brilliant, Steve, as always.
That's very
you're
kind
giving
of
a free one-to-one offer there. You're giving a 4 free book offer. I mean, fabulous. I'm coming first, I tell you. Listen, it just remains me to thank you. And Steve's contact details, I think, are in the chat, and we'll certainly circulate that. We'll give you the Zoom recording. My big thanks, as always, to my colleague Jeff, who arranges these events. He does all the back office stuff that you need to do, and he's our Zoom meister. So thank you as well for attending. I hope you enjoyed it and got a lot out of it. We've highlighted 2 more events that are coming next week. We have International Women's Day event on the 10th of March. We have an event with our Property and Infrastructure Forum on the 11th of March. And in fact, on the 18th of March, there's another event with the Chief Executive of Make UK, which of course is the UK's manufacturing body. So if you have any event ideas or you wish to know more about the Chamber, of course, do email myself at info@canada-uk.org. Go to our website as well. Have a great evening, everyone. All the best.
Thank you very much, Nigel. Thank you.